my research has been specifically very targeted in Evanston. My only goal is to bring repair in Evanston, and my hope is that we inspire others so that we can transform our nation. But as I'm working with my partner, Alderman Rainey, who has been fantastic in supporting this work, I need to say that Alderman Rainey has been an equal housing rights advocate for probably 40 years. Is it that long? No? 30. It's 40 years, basically. So she's fantastic, she's relentless, and she is the type of partner that we need, an ally, as we talked about. She is the type of ally that we need to get this work done. I am really privileged and empowered to stand alongside Alderman Peter Braithwaite and Alderman Cicely Fleming, and they lead boldly on these issues. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all the members of City Council, this was an 8-1 vote. So we don't do this work alone. I cannot do it with the support of my colleagues. Each of them, they add their part. So I just want to say thank you. But to the questions, my sister that asked about Evanston and the process. The process moving forward will include leadership that is informed by the community. So earlier today, we had an initial stakeholder meeting. We will continue that process with stakeholders and community members to weigh in on what we need to do to get this right. We don't have all the answers. No one does. We are the leader in this space. So we'll continue in a public process. Our meetings will be public. We will be asking for your feedback. And our subcommittee, which at this time is Alderman Rainey, Alderman Braithwaite, myself, and some of our staff at the City of Evanston, we will inform our recommendation to the City Council based on your input. So we are hoping that we will see you at the meetings going forward. You should know to get to this point, we've already had several public meetings that included about 200 of you already. We've had about 200 Evanston residents attend a public meeting, provide feedback, email, show up to public comment, give suggestions and ideas, and it was that information that informed Pastor Monty Diller and Alderman Holmes as they made their recommendation to the Evanston City Council. So we'll continue in that process. Additionally, the young lady, the wild kid, go kids, and her comment about the youth, go kids, right? Class of 94, turn up. But we hear you, and you are a priority. And so you may think that the seniors are a priority because we're talking about housing and we're talking about wealth building vehicles, and that is with you in mind. We are looking to build wealth building vehicles so that we can preserve our Black community, preserve our population, and look at ways that you can see yourself growing and being a leader in this community. So what I want you to do, ma'am, is make sure you come and give your input, rally your friends, and come and join the conversation, because I can only speak about maybe what I might think, but if you're there, or if you send along an email, we can actually consider what is most valuable to you. So my children are young adults now, so I'm a little bit out of the loop, and so if you could help us there, we would appreciate it. There was some discussion about dispensaries, and was there a discussion about social equity? So the Illinois legislation includes a goal for social equity in the dispensary process. And so I'm only now learning that in Chicago, it's not really working out ideally. I understand that there are not any Black dispensaries approved yet. So I'm using that information to work with our city council to make sure that we don't have the same challenges in social equity on the dispensary side. So there is a goal that we have social equity, and that means you live in a targeted area or you have been touched by the criminal justice system as it relates to a marijuana arrest. So at this time, we're using the tax revenue to fund our reparation policy, but maybe we can use that same policy enforcement to mandate social equity in the licensing. And so that's something that Alderman Braithwaite's been looking closely at, and I'll be working closely with him What other questions do we have?
Robin?
Yeah.
On the 14th of January, there's going to be a meeting at the Levy Center on how to get licensed.
So if you couldn't hear that, Alderman Rainey is informed.
7:30.
7:30 on the 14th of January. All that have interest in dispensaries can join a meeting led by our staff and Alderman Rainey.
We're going to try to have Kelly Cassidy and the current.
Hopefully, Rep. Cassidy will there, but the leaders that have